Hayley Humphrey launched here at Brighton Homes Arena in the Amy Community Series game, and it wasn't quite enough to get the Suns over the line. They thought he was going to leave the Gold Coast, but he left the ground here at Brighton Homes. He put on a clinic there for a period of time, but it wasn't enough to get him over the line. But we saw there was some bursts of brilliance in this pre-season game, but there's some big hits as well.
There was.
Jed Walter, he laid a fairly big hit, and it was reported at the time.
It was. You don't often see this out there, so it was more clumsy, I think. So just came in and you would have liked the tackle. I think he'll be okay. He's obviously just clipped young ZZ in the head, but should be all right. That was fair because he was going for the ball there.
That was
fortunate
fair.
if young Cody Curtin got up. It was fair. But this one, unnecessary, I think. Unnecessary. So I think they're going to have a close look at this one. Wasn't reported at the time, but I just don't know you need to do that. Clearly, you could tell Wilmot didn't take possession of the ball, so he'll have a nervous wait for the next couple of days.
Yeah, I think that's the one. That was off the ball. It was unnecessary, and it was a solid hit. He's probably very lucky that Darcy Wilmot got back up and going. But at the other end of the spectrum, some real class was Logan Morris and what he's doing. Oh, sorry, we'll touch on before we go to Logan Morris. Jamarra Ugle-Hagan. How'd you see his game? Kicked a couple of goals, but obviously he's missed a year of footy.
Yeah, no doubt about it, especially bigger guys that take longer to come to hand. He was certainly out of nick early. It's probably more the movement, so it's just getting used to football movement and the speed of the game. The game just evolves so quickly, doesn't it, Lynchy? So, you know, it's going to take him a while to get his gears, get back going again and get his touch, of course. He dropped a couple of marks he would normally eat when he's back in a fine form. I still expect him to play, though. Walter was very good the way he moved around.
So round one you see him in, or opening round?
Yeah, I think they'd find a spot for him. Obviously, Ben King will be there. It could be a really dangerous forward line. You know, Ben Long had a fantastic year last year. We saw Humphrey's highlights there before Petrarca when he goes forward, but yeah, I think there's a chance he plays. Very good chance.
At the other end of the ground, Logan Morris kicked 53 goals and was a star all through the final series for the Brisbane Lions. He just appears to be going from strength to strength.
He's a freak, isn't he? You know, from the time he walked into the club rooms here, he's dominated, including kicking a few goals against Harris Andrews in Minster Club 3 years ago. And you thought, geez, this kid's a star. And he's obviously, what he's done these first 2 years of footy's been amazing. And he's just such a level head on his shoulders. And he's unassuming, isn't he? He's got a magnificent football IQ, Lynchy. And obviously, we rate the forwards that know how to read the play and are instinctive, and he's an instinctive forward.
He manages, for a 6'3", he manages to find space and he takes the ball at the top of his mark, that's for sure.
Well too, doesn't he? He's pretty quicker than you think.
He certainly does. Now, we spoke in the off-season, a lot of injuries and operations for the Brisbane Lions, and sometimes in practice matches you can see players go through the motions. Not so much tonight. There was some courage shown.
Absolutely. There's great signs throughout, and the senior players, yeah, they've got to get the confidence back as well. Jared Berry, so he missed the grand final. He played for a few weeks through that final series with a dislocated shoulder. Courageous performance. But this is a great sign, isn't it? So he comes back. They had a lot of off-season surgeries. When your senior players come back there for their own confidence, it's great signs. And for the fans and for the coaching staff, it's great signs as well. So he's an important cog in the Brisbane Lions. Even though he wasn't there grand final day, great to see him back and going. Great
leadership, and we just saw in the vision behind him. Great to see Link McCarthy. Hasn't played for 18 months after 2 ACLs. Moved pretty well across half forward. He's
trained as a half back, and Kadeem Coleman's trained as a half forward this year. They've done the swapsies tonight, so Kitty Coleman went back and looked good. McCarthy looked good going forward, so that's probably the plan now. Heading into next week. And I reckon there's some encouraging signs for both clubs. With the depth of midfield, they're going to be going deep in the finals, you would think. So that's all we've got time for as the ball just goes across us. All we've got time for here at Brighton Homes Arena. And it is 1 week from opening round when the Lions will take on the Dogs, the Suns and the Cats. And the Amy Community Series continues tomorrow night at the Whitten Oval as the Dogs taking on the Hawks.